If you have not met Kiesha King yet, you are in for a treat. Her background is absolutely amazing with corporate background. And when you add in what she's been doing, really diving deep into the video space, she can do things that the rest of us just go, wow, how did she do that? But I don't want to steal her thunder, Timothy. I vote we bring her in and let her just sing away because she knows her stuff. What do you think?
Let's do it. I just want to thank Kiesha personally for helping me on a project, and it really went well, and I love the end result. And she's actually helped me on multiple things, and she's become a friend, and I just really appreciate her integrity. She says what she does what she says. She's very straightforward. She's clear communicator, and I don't know if that comes from the family background or the corporate background or whatever it is. I just really appreciate it because you don't have any ambiguity with Kiesha, and she's just right there for you. And her products and end results are always top notch. So I really appreciate that. But Kiesha, tell us a little bit about yourself as we jump in.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So I have one of those non-traditional career paths. I'm a former Fortune 200 retail exec, right? So I kind of say I grew up in retail, but I was really focused around customer experience since I've been in retail. I helped redefine customer experience strategies for companies like Best Buy and Gap, and help them connect those directly to the results as well, which is really important. And then I kind of shifted and I started, got back into marketing and worked for an AI marketing company. And then I founded Loyalty-Centric, which is where I'm working now. And we're just still focused around the customer experience, but online using video, right? So same thought process, but just a different way to go about it. And so, I've always loved being innovative around everything that I do. I'm always that person where people are going, I don't know about that. That might sound crazy. And then they're like, oh, maybe that was a good idea, right? Like I'm that person. Like I might sound crazy at first, but then just wait a while. It'll turn out great. So I love the space that I've been. I love working with Giver Marketing Network because I get to partner around some of those things as well. And outside of my professional, I'm a boy mom, which takes up a lot of my time, right? So I have an awesome 11-year-old son who has his own business, which is pretty cool. So being able to kind of be a role model around some of those things and have him learn things as a kid that I didn't learn probably till a few years ago from a business perspective is really, really awesome.
We love hearing a little bit of your background and your superpowers. And I know that the video that you created for us really turned out really well, and really appreciate that. With that, what are you going to be sharing with us today? What's the main focus of your presentation today?
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about how to kind of close that gap between video marketing and results. Everybody knows they should be doing video, but most people get stuck because they're like, well, I don't see a direct connection to the results. And so they just kind of do it as an extra or when it's convenient versus actually leveraging in a way where it helps their business.
Your videos are so fun and interesting and engaging and memorable. And so I look forward to this, and gosh, let's bring up your visuals and let's have some fun. I'm excited.
All right. So like I said, we're talking about closing the gap between video and results. So let's see here. There we go. So there's the gap that exists. People often don't know that they've created. So even people that do a really good job of creating video on a regular basis and posting it online, they're just looking at video as content versus infrastructure, right? The effort is going into creation, and then they spend a little bit of time, maybe if any, on where it should go, when it should go, what's the purpose of it. And all of that should really flip. You should spend more time on the purpose of it, the strategy, the customer lens, all those things behind it versus the content piece of it, because that should be informing that. So I really want people to kind of shift how they think about video. Visibility has become the goal when it really should be, how does it move your business forward? So when you think about moving your business forward, it starts with relationships, right? So Video can actually build a relationship a little bit by a little bit by a little bit if you use it beyond just kind of using it on your website or on social media. And then it also can remove friction if you're really strategic about it. You know, it can answer questions before they're asked. It can reduce skepticism before a sales call. It can create familiarity before a conversation happens. One of the things we do is animation, which Timothy, you were alluding to, and we're hyper personalized when we create those videos, but in a way that it creates familiarity. Like I've had people see a video of a client and then they go to their business and they feel like they've already been there before because we've replicated aspects of their business in animation, right? And they feel like they got to know the business owner through animation, even though it's just an avatar, right? So you want to find a way to initiate relationships and you want to remove friction with video. So your job is a lot easier when you try to get them on discovery calls and different things like that. And I mentioned that I have this background of customer experience strategy with different size companies from big to small companies. And you want to start with that. Nobody starts with the customer lens, I call it, right? Which combines the customer perspective with their language, right? You can find their language and their thoughts on social media comments, in your sales notes. Everybody uses the AI note taker. You can go back and find those, the language that they're using. People are sleeping on Reddit. You get a lot of good customer insight there. And you can use those things to find emotional language and comment trends, figure out their mindset, understand their expectation and triggers so that you can create more intentional and purposeful video content that people are actually going to go, you know what, I need to keep watching what this person's putting out and they really get what I'm doing and where I'm trying to go, right? You should communicate with each video by shifting how they think before you try to sell them. Most people, like I said, it doesn't, their frustration is that it doesn't translate to results. And so they don't want to spend a lot of investment, either time-wise or financially when it comes to video. They're like, okay, I'm going to post it. I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm just going to post it there. I'll gauge if there's some comments, but then they just kind of move on, right? They're not posting it where it's actually useful. Meanwhile, they got sales, follow-up, onboardings, and nurturing that all are repetitive things that they're doing. So it gets boring to them. And then the content's boring to the people that are looking at it because it's mostly just a bunch of verbiage, right? So you don't want that. You want more video than you have verbiage, because if you have to constantly repeat yourself over and over, your video is not intentional enough and you probably aren't putting it in the right places. So use them where decisions are made, right? Not just where you're going to get likes. Use them where decisions are made. Before the sales call, personalized follow-up, right? Objections and FAQs. What if you had a video that answered the FAQs before somebody even asked them and they don't have to go through and read all of that, right? What if you had a proposal that was video-based that's more engaging, that brings people's anxiety down and helps them kind of get over the hump, right? It helps them also understand what the next steps are going to be. And then if you think about onboarding and retention and all of those things, because video is more of an emotional connection and also can make things more clear, it helps with those things also. It really, video really allows you to insert yourself into the conversation at any point of the funnel or the customer journey versus just being posted. Insert yourself into the conversation. Here's one that I don't know why, but I know why. That was not true. I know why we don't put a lot into video testimonials, but we should. We think about them like, okay, I'm going to have these 3 cool video testimonials. I'm going to either get somebody to professionally do them, or I'm going to have my clients do them, and I'm going to put them on my website. And then when they come to my website, they'll see these video testimonials and they'll buy from me because they saw all these video testimonials. First of all, they're usually at the bottom of your website. And then if it's the first time at their website, you haven't built a relationship. They have no clarity around what you do, why it makes any sense to them. And so they may see the video testimonial, but it's not really going to move them forward in most cases unless you've already done the other leg work. Video testimonials specifically should be part of the strategy that moves customers through the funnel as well. Unlike like right now, it's kind of a set and forget it, kind of like when you do your LinkedIn profile, then you kind of just done with it until somebody mentions that you need to update it, right? It shouldn't be set and forget it. Video testimonials are a really big deal. And imagine if you didn't just have a video for sales objections, but you had a video testimonial for all your common sales objections. And so instead of you telling them why this makes sense or why it makes sense for them or overcoming the objection, it's one of your happy clients that's doing it for you, which is way more believable, way more trustworthy, and moves them through a lot more quickly because you can just send them that one video testimonial that makes sense for the questions that they're asking or the concern that they have. That's how you use video testimonials more strategically. All right, then you got video messaging in general. I know very few people that do video messaging. Every now and then, somebody might send a video in an email, but that's about it. But video messaging works when you meet people inside like the decision-making process versus you send it after the fact, or you just send it out randomly as part of your newsletter, and it's not really something that's helping them make a decision. It's different because it feels one-to-one. Again, it feels personalized. Even if it's not really you live on video, it feels personalized. There's a connection it has because it's still your mindset, your personality, your language, your likeness, right? It adds that tone and it adds that context to what you're saying. They get to kind of feel, if you were reading what I'm saying right now versus you watching me and hearing me, you would have a totally different response than seeing me talk about it in video. And then it can answer those questions that people are not, cannot say out loud, or they don't want to say out loud, or maybe it's something that they know they have this issue, but they just can't put the words to it. And then they see a video, they're like, man, that's exactly how I'm feeling. I just couldn't quite put my finger on it. And they help with that. Maybe I should keep following this person. Maybe I should check out their website. Maybe I should get on their calendar, right? It's really very, very helpful for that. And then what happens when video is used intentionally, right? You eliminate confusion. And remember, we all know this, confused minds don't buy. Number one, if they're confused, they're not going to buy. Number two, if they have to think too hard to kind of fill in the gaps or connect the dots themselves, they're not going to buy. And friction is the enemy of engagement. And so you can solve all of that with a purposeful video strategy using personalized video through video testimonials or other types of video messaging. Leads become warmer when they get on a call with you. You're building relationships faster, so your sales cycle is shorter, right? And then you have better qualified conversations, so you're not wasting your time, or they're not wasting their time. You don't have to repeat yourself as much. Even in networking meetings, you don't have to repeat yourself as much, because if people have been following your content, they already get what you're putting down, right? They're picking it up already. Less explaining, more trust before the call even happens, which is the point of really good video that you build into your overall business and growth strategy versus video that you're doing, that you're talking about things in your business, but it's kind of really more independent of what you are doing, right? And so think about if you could send video messages to people. Think about, a lot of us use LinkedIn, right? So think about the DMs on LinkedIn. How many DMs do you get that you don't really pay attention to because they all say the same thing? Oh, Kiesha, I noticed that you're focused on, customer experience through video, and I love that. I'd love to hop on a call, right? Right? Versus if you send a video that built a relationship, right? And they're telling me who they are and a little bit about them, something actual genuine that they noticed, right? That we may have in common, and asking, do they maybe want to get on a call and just see if we have anything in common, right? It feels very different. And those video messages, not only can they be personalized in messaging, but if you do video messaging right, they can be sent with built-in call to action buttons. When people are in the moment watching a video testimonial, they're like, man, this person has the same situation as me. I really probably should check this person out, or at least get on a call to see if it makes sense for me as well. When they have that emotion, it's high, it's engaged with your business, and they can just click a button at the same time they're watching that video and get on your calendar, they're way more likely to take action than they saw the video testimonial on your website. And then they have to scroll around and think about if they want to go get on your calendar, or they have to think about if they saw a video in the email, do they want to make it simple and remove the friction while they're already in that emotional state of engagement. That's what you can do differently. So that is, Timothy, that's basically, what I wanted to share with you guys, really getting people, getting your heads and your thoughts around how do you start with the customer experience? How do you build it into your overall growth strategy for video? And then how do you use it for video testimonials and video messaging versus just posting videos as wallpaper on your website and on social media that kind of gets some engagement for a day or two, and then we've kind of moved on.
It's amazing how a great looking video will capture the attention of whoever you're trying to connect with, whether that's a social media feed or, like you said, an inbox, depending on timing and some other things. I'm just curious of what are some projects that you've worked on that you were just super proud of, like maybe some examples of your work of how it turned out. And you don't need to show them to us today, but I was just curious of maybe if you could explain how you've helped some of your clients and what ended up happening when you helped them.
Yeah, so, and I can give you an example from both things. So from an animated standpoint, I have several clients who actually do video consistently. They post them on social media, a couple times a week, and they do a great job, honestly. But their concern was, I'm not really getting anything from that. I get a lot of likes and things like that, mostly from the people who know me. And then when we create a personalized animated video for them, right? So it's a character that looks like them in the video. We've done the research around their customer language and their perspective and their triggers, and use that to inform the script. And, especially if they have a brick and mortar or something visible that stands out from a virtual standpoint, if they're an online business, and we recreate that in animation. I mean, we've gone so far as to recreate hand-painted murals inside the lobby of a business in animation, right? And then people are going from that video to getting on their call in a significantly higher amount than if they're just doing the talking head video. And the reason is because, not that you're not doing great on video, they see 100 million talking head videos on social media every day. Something has to kind of break the mold, right? It has to stand out and catch their attention. And then once it does that, it needs to keep it. So I've had people get up to a 30% increase in revenue from personalized animated videos, adding that to the videos they were already doing. I've had people get 2 to 3 more calls a day, inquiring about, getting on a demo call, different things like that, which is a really big deal. This one isn't as tangible, but as far as, on the P&L, but I have a lot of people say, you know what, I've been going to these networking meetings and I send my one pager after I meet with them at the networking meeting and nothing ever happens. Well, nobody wants to read your PDF, right? Well, now they send their animated video as a digital one pager. And now not only do they have more clarity, but they refer them more people, and the video is more shareable. So they share it with others, and they get more high quality referrals by using the digital animated one pager. And then from a video messaging standpoint, it's really amazing. Based off my clients right now, it's anywhere between 18 and 30% increase in leads and conversion when they're using we have a video testimonial messaging platform where they're using that in their business consistently. They're seeing more people getting on their calendar from their LinkedIn messaging, from their text, or from their emails, because it's more personalized and it's automatically, has that call to action built in. And so to be able to see people's results like that and not having to follow up however many times they normally do in the messaging, in the inbox and all that, it takes a lot of weight off their shoulders, but it's also getting them, more business. So, and that's been true for businesses like coaches and consultants, marketing professionals are probably the top 2 that have been using it. And then I've also got, a few franchises as well that are doing that and seeing those big differences in addition to those. So it's been pretty cool.
I love your focus on just customer loyalty and engagement. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to reach out to Kiesha, find her, look up her name, Kiesha, and she'll just come right through the screen with that big old smile, and she'll help you on multiple things having to do with. Well, you can also look up Loyalty Centric, right? And your name is your business name is just, it says it all right there. But Kiesha, how else do people get a hold of you? What's your website name, and maybe a little bit more about what services that you offer directly or top of the service list?
Yeah. So website is loyaltycentric.tech. So it's t.tech, just for that. And then you find me, I'm always on LinkedIn. So it's just Kiesha King with K-I-E. There's a lot of Kieshas apparently that I don't know about, but they spell their names different usually. But I'm on LinkedIn all the time. So you can follow me there, and I share a lot of insight there around video marketing, which is pretty cool. Our top two services from a client perspective are our animated videos that we create for businesses. We do those for ads. We do them for your digital, one pager, so you don't have to send that PDF after your networking meetings, for social media, website, all of the things. And then, like I said, we have a video testimonial messaging platform. It's called Video Fluent, right? So we're going to help you be fluent in video. You can record inside the platform or upload video to it. And it's literally the easiest way to get video testimonials and to send video messaging. My 11-year-old son uses it without any of my help, if that helps you understand how easy it is. So those are the two things that the two main things that we offer. Yeah.
So good. So good. Christine, thanks for getting us started with Kiesha. She's always really informative.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that.
I was just thinking, Kiesha, don't you have some kind of special offer that you're offering our fans out there?
I do. I made a special offer, especially for this. So normally when we do offer a trial, it's 7 days and you have to put your credit card in, all that. So we have changed it for you guys. It's a 15-day trial for our video platform where you can collect video testimonials and send video messages. And you don't have to put in a credit card. If you want to keep using it later, you can sign up, but there's no catch. So it's just free to check it out and try it for 15 days and see how that works for your business. And if you do the trial, you can always reach out to me. My clients reach out to me all the time around how to use it for your business and how to get the most use out of it.
That's great. So find you on LinkedIn, Kiesha, and message you and say, hey, tell me more about your videos. Tell me more about how this can bring more attention, more conversations, more appointments, more activity with my brand. And she'll help you out. She's helped us out on a couple of things and really appreciate the work that she's done.
And I just grabbed off her website. There's a spot where you can see client videos, and I just had to share this. I love Kiesha's work, and so she's got this unique style. And so, Kiesha, do you have one of these that's your favorite? Do you want us to pop on?
Oh, I think there's one. It's probably a little bit further down. This guy's name is Ryan Maney. What I love about his is because we try to put you at the intersection of your personal and professional. I see it right there. Your personal and professional brand, right? Because people need to understand your personal brand before you're professional. And so Ryan is a pro golfer. He was a pro golfer. And now he teaches leaders in corporate environments, does leadership trainings and workshops and all this stuff. And so his video is set on an animated golf
and leaders
course.
are feeling
Well, first we have to get
symptoms of burnout.
past the ad, I think,
Transform
right? Or
your
nope,
business culture.
we're in the right spot.
Prevent burnout and better engage your people by leading yourself first. Life is similar to golf. Sometimes you get bad breaks from good shots and sometimes good breaks from bad shots. Either way, you must play it where it lies. Bad breaks throw managers off track, while leaders turn bad breaks into opportunities. Leaders create respect and trust, relationships, and results that build resilience in teams. That's where I come in. I'm Ryan, pro golfer turned leadership coach that helps businesses like yours thrive. We build strategy, alignment, and trust so that both you and your team turn obstacles into opportunities. I've helped numerous business owners and leaders step up their game by eliminating burnout and aligning their team to their compelling business vision. I'd love to help you avoid burnout and reach your full potential.
That's fun. That little video makes me want to meet Ryan.
He's really cool.
Right? That's the whole point behind it, right? It's bringing things to life. That's so much more fun than just, your typical, I created this on Canva, boom, come talk to me, right? I mean,
right.
There's something about that. And so, Kiesha, I can't help but wonder, as you're getting involved, how do you even come up with the ideas? I mean, where does this come from? And what if, if somebody's out there going, gosh, I'd like to have a really cool video. Maybe I should talk to Kiesha about, but how do I make myself cool on video, right? I want to be like that.
Yes, interesting. Clients usually don't think about that when they come to me. So we start talking about their customer first, and then I start asking about them. And they'll give me, if they want to help with their script, right? And I'm like, this script sounds like every other script for other people that do what you do. What do you like? Tell me about what you like to do. And then I'm like, oh, I like to do stuff outdoors or this or that, and then I'll help them with, hey, we could do your video this way. I'm a weird person. Like I have that weird creative and then that strategic mindset. So they kind of collide. People will be talking to me that don't even want video, and I'll be thinking in my mind, oh, we could have done this and this and this for their video to really bring that out. But it really does help people connect with them better. But we have a long conversation so I can draw that out of them, and then I, make something creative out of it.
I love your creative mind. Not all of us have it. So we need people like you in our lives that will help bring out the fun and make business should be fun. I mean, seriously, right? I mean,
yes.
Loyaltycentric.tech. I love it. Kiesha, thank you as always. Any last words for our audience? An encouragement, maybe one thought or phrase to remember as we say goodbye for now, and we'll see you on the other side of an appointment or a LinkedIn message.
I just encourage people who, don't like to be on video or maybe taking themselves a little too seriously to remember to really step out there first with your personal brand and let the professional brand follow, and you will drive so much more loyalty doing it that way.
Ooh, that was good. Step out with your personal brand and your professional brand will follow. That's the quote of the day for Kiesha. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing some just encouragement and some overview of you can do this and just experience video for your brand in a way that's simple and easy and memorable and engaging and fun. And that's what I think of when I think of you. So thank you so much for your hard work with us and others. Appreciate it.